The next huge Dragon Ball Sparking Zero DLC is right around the corner. That's right, fellas. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Daima DLC Character Pack 2, the third DLC to release for this game, should potentially, hopefully at least, be getting announced sometime soon. I would assume within the next month to max 6 weeks. And ideally, I would like to see the DLC get released around or potentially even before September, give or take. You know, you never know what they could do. They've already released the DLC schedule. I feel like we're a little bit behind unless something comes out this week about the next DLC, but we'll get into all that as the video goes on, fellas. I'm not going to make the intro too long. If you've been enjoying all the Dragon Ball, whether it be Sparking Zero, Dragon Ball Super news, or even Dragon Ball Legends that I've been kind of sneaking on the channel here and there, be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's hop right in. So I'm not gonna lie, I do need a little bit of a break. I gotta decompress a little bit. I'm almost unk now. After fighting Whis in Legendary Warrior Face-Off on super difficulty for almost 2 hours, even though we did win, I just need a slight break. So in this video, we're just gonna be discussing what I'm predicting for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Daima DLC Character Pack 2, why I'm aiming for those ranges on where I'm predicting the DLC could either get announced or released, and what you guys around the community are expecting to see from this DLC as well. So before we really do a deep dive into everything that I want to talk about here today, and there's a little bit, I got like 6 other tabs open up here that I want to go over with you guys. As we all know, Dragon Ball Daima DLC Character Pack 1 released on April 24th of this year, and that is coming up on exactly 3 months ago here in a few days now. And the one thing that I really remember best about this release, this doesn't even have anything to do with how much I like the DLC or how good it was or anything like that. It was that the official character announcement trailer didn't come out until like maybe a day or tops 2 days before the full DLC even released. I know a lot of us, and I was seeing this on Twitter and things like that, we were even getting kind of scared that they wouldn't release a full character announcement trailer, because in the teaser trailer they did a few weeks before this, I remember specifically we saw Majin Ku and I think Glorio. I'm not sure about Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or Super Saiyan Mini Daima Goku, but I'm fairly certain that we saw Ku and Glorio in the teaser trailer. Pansy was like, for some reason, the surprise at the end of the official announcement trailer. But I remember, and I can even go back, did this release on a Thursday or a Tuesday? I can't remember. If this released on a Tuesday, that trailer came out a day before on Monday. But if it was Thursday, it might have been 2 days before. Let me see right here. So pulling up my calendar, the 24th was on a Thursday, so I'm pretty sure that the trailer for Daima DLC Character Pack 1 either came out on the 22nd or the 23rd. I'm not going to go to YouTube right now, but you guys can go on YouTube and see exactly when that trailer came out. It was literally days before this happened. So hopefully that won't be the case with the next Daima DLC that comes out, because that's gonna be the huge one. I feel like they should kind of make a little bit of a spectacle out of this next one, because potentially this should be just as big, if not bigger, than the Hero of Justice DLC, because it should have Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Whether it be both mini and adult or just one. I don't know why it would be just one, because we didn't get mini Super Saiyan 4 in the first DLC pack, so I feel like the next one should potentially have both. But we'll get to characters that I'm anticipating or expecting a little bit later on. So moving on to the DLC schedule, which has been out for quite a while now. The Hero of Justice pack came out January 23rd, if I'm not mistaken, which was projected for between January and March, obviously. The next DLC came out actually in April, but it was projected for between January and March. I think it first got announced in March. That might have been when the teaser trailer came out. I'm not too sure on that. But it ended up coming out in April, a month later than projected. So when it comes to Sparking Zero DLC Pack 3, the original projected dates were between April and June, and obviously we're a month removed from June and almost through July here, and there's been no announcement yet. But as we know from Daima DLC Pack 1, these release dates right here aren't concrete or anything like that. Like I said before, I think, and I could be wrong about this, but I think the first teaser trailer came out at the end of March, and then the official announcement trailer as well as the DLC itself came out in late April. So these dates right here aren't concrete. Things can get moved around behind the scenes that we wouldn't know about. But to already be almost at the end of July and there still hasn't even been an announcement for DLC Pack 3, I don't know, man. I'm still hoping for an August release date, so it's still kind of all up in the air right now. The one, I guess, good thing I'll say is we're only like right outside of Q2, which is when the DLC was projected to be released. Both of these Daima DLCs were projected to be released in Q2 of 2025, and with us being like right outside of Q2, maybe we could still get an announcement in the next couple of weeks. I'm still hoping for that. So next, I'll start going over my own predictions as well as some graphics that you guys have made in the community on what you're expecting from the next DLC for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero with the Daima characters. And this first one I'm going to go over is in the Dragon Ball Daima subreddit, actually from Revolutionary, and it's going to say what I think the Daima DLC for Sparking Zero will be plus DP cost. Now, I do want to say that this post is a couple of months old, so we've already gotten like half of these characters right here in the first Daima DLC, being Pansy here at the bottom, Ku, Glorio, Mini Goku, and Vegeta, their Super Saiyan forms. The only one that we haven't gotten that I think is kind of relative to the last DLC is we should have gotten Super Saiyan 3 Mini Daima Goku in that one as well. But I guess that's another character or another transformation at least that we could be expecting in this next DLC. But the DP cost right here is also really interesting. I think he hit a lot of these smack on the head. And this is something that I don't see a lot of people predicting on too, is what the DP cost for these characters will be. So the ones that he got right, I think Majin Ku is also a 4 DP character. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he is. But all of these are correct. They're Super Saiyan forms, obviously. I'm pretty sure Vegeta is a 7 DP cost character in Super Saiyan 3. Pansy, I can't remember if Pansy is a 3 or 4 DP cost character. But as far as the other characters that they're expecting to see in the next Daima DLC, we have the Tamagamis right here, 1, 2, and 3. We have Majin Du, which obviously Majin Ku made it. I'm surprised we actually didn't get Majin Du in the last one, because we're expecting the Tamagamis and Goma in the next DLC pack. And obviously the characters that everybody's waiting on, Mini Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, Adult Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, and Adult Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta. And I can't forget Goma as well, our resident antagonist slash villain for Dragon Ball Daima. Now, as far as Daima Piccolo goes, Mini Daima Piccolo, that one is one, he's kind of in a predicament like Shin, and I guess since we got Pansy, it's just pretty much Piccolo and Shin that I'm also kind of 50-50 on for joining the next DLC. I think ideally we just want to see the Super Saiyan 4 transformations, Super Saiyan 3. I also forgot about Super Saiyan 3 Mini Daima Goku as well. Majin Du, the Tamagamis, and Goma. That's ideally what we would want to see baseline for this next DLC. But when it comes to, I guess, extra characters, kind of like what they did with Pansy in the last DLC, maybe they could slide in Daima Piccolo, or ideally, I know Piccolo's a more fan favorite character, but I would like to see Supreme Kai in some capacity in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. His model is already in the game. He's on the online multiplayer menu screen, so they already have his model in the game. Now, he isn't gonna be from Dragon Ball Z. He would have gotten announced during the Majin Buu Saga trailer, which is kind of what I was waiting on. I'm surprised he didn't. I hope they add all 3 Tamagamis. I hope this isn't a situation like with Dragon Ball Legends, where Legends was like the first game to add all of these Daima characters. I think they were the first one to add Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, although we still don't have Mini Daima Goku in Legends. They do have Adult Daima Goku, they have Adult Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, but they still only have Tamagami number 3. We don't have the first 2 Tamagamis, so I hope this isn't a situation like that with Sparking Zero where they only give us 1 Tamagami. But I think all these DP costs are probably pretty spot on, right? The thing with Goma that I want to mention as well, and I know I'm kind of rambling on this screen and we'll move on to the other ones in a second here. The thing that I've been talking about for the past couple of months as well when it comes to Goma, there's a lot that they could do with him. We could get the regular Mini Goma before he absorbed the 3rd eye. We could get Buff Goma after he absorbed the 3rd eye. And we could also get Giant Goma as well. So there's a pretty wide range right here for DP costs that Goma could be. I feel like Mini Goma could probably be like a 6 DP cost character. Buff Goma could maybe be 8. And then Giant Goma could obviously be 9 or 10. Probably whatever Cell Max is. I think Cell Max might be a 10 DP cost character. So whatever DP he is, that's what I could see Giant Goma being. This graphic right here is not, this one was really well put together too. I like this one. So this is going to be from the Sparking Zero subreddit from Interesting Space, and they're going to say, as we approach the next DLC release, the anticipation for new content continues to grow. While there's no official word yet, there are a few characters that fans are hoping to see in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero's Daima DLC Pack 3 based on the community's requests and some speculative insights. Here's a look at what could be coming. Let me know what you think. So this is pretty much, like I said, this is pretty much like the old graphic where a couple of these characters, well, I think it's actually just Majin Ku is the only one that was in the last DLC pack. So the rest of these characters right here are fair game. And down here at the bottom, I actually didn't even consider Super Saiyan 2 Mini Daima Goku because I just kind of overlooked him. And also Super Saiyan 3 Majin Buu too. I don't feel like that's gonna happen. That'll probably be one of his skills, actually. One of his skill 1 or skill 2 abilities, doing this, and maybe it'll give him like buffs or something like that. I can see them doing that with this version of Majin Buu. But as far as, oh, we've already gotten Majin Ku and Super Saiyan 2 Mini Daima Vegeta right here. So this is another person that wants to see Shin in the game as well. I respect that. The Tamagamis, obviously, this is Tamagami number 1. Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, the adult version, and the mini version, adult Super Saiyan 3 Daima Vegeta, Majin Buu, and Goma, which again, I feel like we can see a couple of different versions of Goma, or they could just give us the buff one. So I feel like even though this is kind of conservative when it comes to DLC Pack 3, this is a little bit more realistic probably. I know I want to see all of these characters. We can go ahead and drop Majin Ku out of here. So without him, we would have 6 characters right here. I feel like Majin Buu Super Saiyan 3, this will be one of his skill abilities. So without counting Majin Ku and adding in the Tamagamis, Super Saiyan 2 and 3 Mini Daima Goku, adult Daima Vegeta as well as Super Saiyan 3, and then obviously mini Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku, the couple of versions of Goma, etc. I'm not going to count Shin, but we're already at around 11 or 12 characters if I did my math correctly. So this is going to be already just as large as the Hero of Justice pack. Now, if we start adding characters like Shin, if we add in mini Goma, which at this point I don't think they will, but I feel like this is a really good look at what we could potentially be seeing. Let me know down below in the comments if you guys agree or disagree with this conservative version or with my version where all of the Daima characters, the significant ones at least, are included. I mean, we did literally get Pansy in the last DLC, so why we couldn't get Shin or all 3 Tamagamis, I feel like that shouldn't even be a question, right? So this last graphic right here is going to be another relatively conservative graphic. This one doesn't include like a standalone version of adult Daima Goku, which I don't feel like we need. We already have what, like 4 base Gokus in the game, so they could ideally just slot in a standalone Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. Even though we really want to see that transformation, do we really need a 5th, or actually if you count GT and mini Daima Goku, that's what, like 6-7 base Gokus in the game. Even though we would all love to see an adult Daima Goku Super Saiyan 4 transformation in Sparking Zero, the one he did as mini Goku was just a lot more significant to the story and a lot more iconic. I mean, this was the initial debut of Super Saiyan 4 in Dragon Ball Daima. So again, this one is a little bit more conservative, but we do have all 3 Tamagamis right here. We have Goma, which I still feel like Goma should be 2 slots, adult Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, and this one includes Piccolo Mini as well. I feel like people are either choosing between Shin or mini Daima Piccolo, and why can't we have both? But obviously we have Majin Buu here as well. We could get both, but in all honesty, I don't feel like I'm being greedy or expecting too much, wanting both mini Daima Piccolo and mini Daima Shin. I mean, they were both in the majority of the Dragon Ball Daima episodes, so they should theoretically be getting included in some form of a Daima DLC, right? I don't even feel like I'm wanting too much, expecting 2 different forms for Goma, the buff one and the giant version. That should kind of go without saying as well. But down below in the comments, guys, let me know your prediction for Dragon Ball Daima DLC Character Pack 2 and which one of these graphics do you agree with the most. I think I'll get this one out of here because this one is the oldest. So in my opinion, both of these lists are pretty conservative. Mine includes like 12-13 characters that I want to see in the next DLC. Both of these are, I think this one is actually a little bit bigger than this one. But let me know down below in the comments which one of these graphics you agree with the most for a character list for the next DLC. This one is 10 characters. And this one right here is, if you take out Majin Ku, this is 6, and you add these two, that's 8. And I feel like if you're gonna add Super Saiyan 2 Mini Daima Goku, you have to add Super Saiyan 3 as well, because he's not just gonna go from 2 straight to 4. So that is gonna make this 9 characters that this person is expecting for the next DLC. Or do you agree with my prediction? Mine is what, 11, 12, because I'm also expecting all 3 Tamagamis, because I'm expecting to see all 3 Tamagamis. Don't shortchange me on those guys, and potentially either Shin and Piccolo as well. And I think, I can't even remember if I added Super Saiyan 2 and 3 Mini Daima Goku to my list, so that might even pump it up a little bit more. And you guys know that I want to see multiple forms of Goma, so let me know down below in the comments what you're anticipating for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero Daima DLC Character Pack 2. Hopefully getting announced sometime soon here, because we are right outside of quarter 2. I hope it's not deep into quarter 3 when this thing gets announced and released. But anyways, fellas, let me know what you all think down below in the comments. Have a great day, and I'm gonna see you all in the next one. I'm not gonna let Whis take me out the game for long, man. We'll be right back at it tomorrow.